Hey, good morning, everybody. This is your final open assessment practice. Okay, this is what you're going to have on this Thursday. I can tell you guys, if you watch this video, you are going to be just fine for Thursday's part. Okay, so let's get going. Space shuttle. A space shuttle orbiting the Earth will be communicating with two control stations on Earth's surface, Station 1, Station 2. The shuttle orbit maintains a 20-degree angle of separation between the two stations. Knowing that the Earth's radius is 3,963 miles, answer the following questions. Round all answers to nearest whole number. So, if this is 3,963, this is also 3,963. Okay? Good. So, what the first question says, how many miles will a signal sent from the shuttle, which is right here, to Station 2 have to travel? Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and find everything first, because it's going to make my life way easier. So I'm going to call this X up top. Now, don't forget about your good old trig ratios. Here's your angle. Okay. Here's opposite. And here is adjacent. Okay. Yes, you will see a good amount of trig ratios on your final. So that is tangent. We're looking at tangent of 20 degrees equals 3,963 over x. Okay. I'm going to replace these two. So x equals 3,963 divided by tangent of 20 degrees. Go to my calculator. I got to make sure I'm in degree mode, which I am. So I'm doing 3,930 or 63 divided by tangent of 20. Okay, so I'm going to go with 10,888.25. All right, now that gives me this distance. Okay, so I'll go ahead and label this as 10,888.25 miles. Now I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now please note that c squared is going to be the entire thing. I'm going to get to this little piece in a minute. So down here, 3,963 squared plus 10,888.25 squared equals c squared. Okay, I know it's going to be a big number. We're using calculator all the way here. 3,963 squared plus 10,888.25 squared. I get this huge, large answer. I'm going to square it, or square root it rather. Second square root, second answer. 11,500. See, square root. 11,587 miles. Okay? Now, that's the entire length, but what am I missing? I'm missing this little piece. So all I got to do is subtract 3,963 from it, because what we did with the Pythagorean theorem was we found this entire length going across. Okay? And I found it. It's all 11,587, but now I have to get rid of this little piece. To get rid of something like that, you just subtract. Okay, so I'm going back to here. Subtract 3,963. And I get my distance. Oops. Scroll up a little bit for you guys. Distance from shuttle to Station 2 is 7,624.03 miles. Okay? Alright, now, as far as explain your answer goes, what I'm looking for here is a brief explanation. So, I used trig ratios to first find the other leg of my right triangle. Okay? Then I used Pythagorean theorem to find the total length, of my hypotenuse. Finally, I subtracted the radius from my hypotenuse to get my answer. Okay? So nothing too bad, just put in the words what you chose to do. Okay? Awesome. So, number 2 on the back. A technician is traveling from one station to the other in a direct path along the Earth's surface. What is the measure of the arc that she will have to travel? Explain your answer. Okay, now, if we look at our picture, you're going from here to here. So to find the measure of this arc, I want to find the measure of this angle. Okay? Well, guys, we already know this is 90 degrees. So if this is 90 and this is 20, to find this one, I'm just going to do 180 minus 90 minus 20. So that gives me 70 degrees. So the measure of the arc is 70 degrees. Your explanation, it's just saying that the arc has the same measure as the central angle. Okay? So knowing the other two angles are 90 degrees and 20 degrees, I subtracted and found my central angle and therefore the measure of my arc. Okay? Cool. One last part. If a technician could travel through the Earth's surface from one station to the other, what is the shortest distance the technician would have to travel to get from Station 1 to Station 2? Explain your answer. Hint, draw the perpendicular bisector of the chord you are trying to find the length of. Okay, so what they're saying is this. I'm trying to find the distance from here to here. Okay? Now, I know that this is 70 degrees in here. Okay? What they're asking you to do is draw a line straight down through it. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a look. I'm going to redraw this picture over here so we can work off of it. Here's my circle. Here's C. This is 3,963. This is 90 degrees. Because this was 70 right here, guys, what's half of 70? 35 degrees. So I know this is 35 degrees. Okay. And then therefore this over here would be 55 degrees. Alrighty? Good. So they want us to know what the shortest distance is between them. So I'm going to go ahead and find, we'll call it Station 1, there we go, 1, 2. I'm going to go ahead and set up and try to find this x. Okay, so again I'm going to use a trig ratio. Let's use this angle. Alright, I'm going to use adjacent and hypotenuse. Again, remember, so which one uses adjacent and hypotenuse? Got your cosine. Okay. So cosine of 55 degrees equals x over 3,963. Alrighty. I can just multiply both sides by that and get 3,963 cosine 55. So 3,963 times cosine 55. 2273.08 miles. Now here's the thing, guys. One last thing I think about. You just found this distance. Okay, I want this full distance. So what should I multiply it by? Just times it by 2. Okay, times it by 2. I end up with an answer of 4,546 miles. Okay, so as far as my explanation goes, the last part here, I created a straight line between Station 1 and Station 2. Okay, and then I created a right triangle inside of that, okay, which allowed me to use trig ratios to find half the distance between the stations after doubling it. I have my answer of 4,546 miles. Okay? Awesome. So, a little bit of Pythagorean theorem here, a little bit of trig ratios. I will let you guys know that this portion on Thursday, it will be, I will be giving partial credit. So, I mean, obviously, make sure you're writing something down, showing some work, okay? Even just writing down SOHCAHTOA can get you guys, you know, some partial credit because it shows me that you know the right idea. Other than that, you need to rewatch this video. But again, as always, good luck. We're all counting on you.